Hey everyone, Lone Jet here. A couple things before we get into the next part of Anastasia. So first of all, let's collect our usual things here. Um, it looks like a CE and and one Saint Court. So it's bringing me far behind. Let's see what it does. You got a little mini Miracle and mini Mosh with the from the what you call it Order Restored scene there. Restore 42 hit point per turn for yourself. Okay, that's a little odd number there. Anyway, that's all. That's gonna be that one. Probably not gonna be using it. So now looking at this here, I got enough meteor horseshoes, got enough eagle bones. I'm getting the stakes of wailing knife because I'm in this singularity that only has those. So yeah. All right. Alrighty. Well, let's get in. Well, first of all, let me say another thing I was going to say. Currently, I am working on. I am currently working on getting her to max ascension. I don't like the other two outfits. That's why I got her in this first one. So yeah. Anyway, let's get to Anastasia. I gotta know about when it's gonna be. Let's do this. Section 1, Lost Belt, Empire of Beasts. Okay, getting caught up here. We had the first one had a. Last week we had the. It was an off-camera person narrating, followed by the stereotypical introduction of the villains, and now we got this. There we go. For a gunshot, something. Damn, it's really getting bad out here. I can smell, but I can still smell 3 of them. If I don't take them out now, I'll starve to death this winter for sure. I guess they're just hanging there a little longer. Damn it, it's crit chat. Damn it, you little. Die! Go to hell! Damn it, what a waste. Damn, now its brains are leaking out. Guess it's time to pack it in. Damn, I'm so hungry. I really don't want to starve to death. Whoa, what was that, an earthquake? Is that one of the big guys? If it was, I guess I won't have to worry about starving to death. God damn it, it's so cold. It's never this cold. I can't tell if the Oprichniki are listening or not, as usual. Looks like it's going to be an especially harsh winter. On a different note, what the hell's up with that tree? It almost seems like looks like a giant tower. In this version of history, demonic beasts have been present since the very beginning. Humanity here evolved along a particularly unique route in order to combat both the beasts and the perpetual blizzard that shrouded the land. In this world, there's nothing worse than weakness. To die is to admit defeat. Here, strength is justice, and justice is strength. In a world of permafrost, where the notion of might makes right has been taken to its logical conclusion. And now, Solar and her companions are about to set foot in this alternate history. Hey, fool. Fool? Fool! Morning, fool. Fool. It's been a week since all that went down. Fool? Hey, Mush. Good morning, Senpai. Are you awake? Of course I am. Oh, good. Then I hope you don't mind if I come in. I brought you some breakfast. Of course, we still only have rations, and only enough for another 6 days, too. A lot better than nothing. Thanks, Mosh. We're still continuing our zero sale. It's been about a week since we embarked. Fortunately, the enemy organization that took over Chaldea doesn't seem to have followed us here. But I wish I knew how long this was going to continue. Time is one of the fundamentals of our universe. But time doesn't intrinsically have a past or a future. Though there's axes we came up with to help us keep track of it. As long as time goes on, a little shake-up before or after won't make any difference. But here in void space, time doesn't go on. We won't suffer the effects of age as long as we stay here. But we also don't know what will happen once we emerge into normal space. We might return to exactly as we left. We might find that we've been gone for hundreds of years. I wouldn't be surprised if we just aged instantly as soon as we exit void space. Like when Urashima Taro opened the Tamatabako. That's unsettling. Yes, it is. Still, Da Vinci says she's been working on correcting the disparity between us and the outside so that it won't happen. Maybe it should be best if you talk to her yourself, Senpai. Why don't we go to the cockpit? Ho! I must say, I was led to find out that Shadow Bar's interior is more spacious than it looks from the outside. Da Vinci says she managed to give it twice as much room by warping its internal space. In other words, she pulled a Doctor Who and created a TARDIS. Thanks to that, we have just enough living facilities to cover the bare necessities. I do feel a little bad that all 4 staff members have to share one room, though. Fool? Thank you for your concern, Phil. I have special needs as a demi-servant, so I'm staying in the treatment room by myself. As for the other private rooms, oh yes, Director Goradolf is staying in the captain's quarters. Da Vinci has her couch in the computer room, and Holmes seems to be sleeping in the workshop. Cute fool. We also have air conditioning, a storage room, and an armory. All the new director has prohibited us from going in there. And so we have 2 large cruisers worth of space. Da Vinci and Holmes were even able to make the cockpit/bridge several meters wide. Alright, let's head to the cockpit now. Enough of this nonsense, you flimsy excuse for a detective. Why do you insist on keeping us here? You must be in a safe zone by now. It is, as I have said, a more difficult question than you seem to realize. We must first discuss how we might even define a safe zone. For example, can we say that we are safe here in void space thanks to a lack of enemies in our vicinity? I'm afraid the answer is a resounding no. For that matter, there are no enemies to be found in void space. Consequently, we need to not concern ourselves with attempts at pursuit. Now, what we must concern ourselves with is a threat for far greater, one that quite literally surrounds us. In other words, like good music, the question is not when we should emerge, but of how. You need to tell me that it's not even possible for us to leave? How can you be so blasé about such a nightmarish prospect? Looks like Holmes' the new director getting on nicely, Senpai. I'm almost sorry to interrupt them. Good morning, everyone. Sorry in a Master Care Light, reporting in the latest status for the latest status update. Good morning. Good morning, you two. Have you already had breakfast? Yes, thank you. I had an Italian cuisine ration myself, and Senpai is just about to have hers. Oh ho, so you lower-level employees are stuck with rations, eh? How sad. I had a plate of warm French toast and tea with extra milk myself. It is, of course, important to my role as captain The captain needs a lot of calories to have enough energy to keep the crew together. I swear, who do you think you are, hogging all the halfway decent non-perishables for yourself? Nothing wrong with that. The quality of one's diet has a pronounced effect on one's mental state, after all. Those who are unwilling to endure such discomfort should make every effort to eat well on a daily basis. Besides, hot cup of tea is a small price to pay if it helps eliminate the greatest source of disorder in our little community. Don't you agree, Mr. Molinare? Well, I can't argue with that, especially when the guy who is less willing to deal with discomfort than anyone is actually managing it. You mean me? Not to worry, I still have a store of my own. A little remedy to fall back on. If the time ever comes when I need to calm my nerves, it should do the trick nicely. Why, I can keep going like this for a month. Phew. Oh, never mind how strong your willpower is. You still haven't answered my question, Holmes. You just told me it isn't that you refuse to emerge, but that we can't merge. What did you mean by that? And remember, I have appointed you Caldea's new administrative advisor. How about you show a little gratitude for the appointment? Now tell me exactly what is going on. I'm not normally particularly concerned with the titles, but I must say, being an administrative advisor has been a novel experience. To be honest, I'm rather excited to be exercising my own untapped talents to meet this job's demands. How did that end up happening? Does Director Gorodov have a death wish or something? Well, he's already got Da Vinci's serving as his technical advisor, right? He probably just appointed Holmes to the administrative staff because he doesn't have any other manager to help him right now. I can hear you, you know! Now come on, Holmes, out with it. Are we going to survive, or aren't we? I'm afraid survive is too broad a term for me to provide a satisfactory answer, but I can at least outline the possible results of our emergence. Strictly speaking, it's not that we cannot emerge, rather we have nowhere to emerge to. At the present moment, we are voyaging across the void space, a world existing on a negative vector. To put it another way, so in order to return to reality, we need a connection to it. An anchor, if you will. Fortunately, anything should be able to serve as an anchor as long as it exists in reality. So as long as someone here has such a connection, we should be able to escape from this void space. However, we are unable to do so at this time, which means the world itself has been utterly wiped clean. Ha ha ha, that's ridiculous. What do you mean wiped clean? That there's nothing left anywhere? I'm certainly willing to admit that it was terrifying seeing those meteoroids. So I suppose they were falling to Earth while we were in Antarctica. Given their size, the impacts must have been absolutely devastating. No doubt the destruction was many times worse than the Tunguska event. Terrible that may be, there's simply no way that it could have been a cataclysm capable of wiping every nation off the face of the Earth. And of course, let us not forget the clock tower. London's clock tower has been around for millennia. It's the greatest bastion of magecraft in existence, guarded by hundreds of defense mechanisms. There's no possible way it could be destroyed. I guess no one will talk about the Mist City. Oh. With all due respect, Gorodov, I'm afraid the Mage Association of London has been destroyed as well. Every single nation. All destroyed, with the exception of those of us here. The entirety of humanity has been wiped from existence. Or at least, so Custodio Woodamy believes. Otherwise, he would never have made that proclamation. And that's impossible! The world couldn't possibly be destroyed so easily. It couldn't possibly. Right? You all agree, don't you? Why are you looking so glum? Stop that! Solaria! You may be a cheeky little thing, but I can tell you have sensibilities much more in line with my own. Go on then, you tell them. Tell them Holmes is making this all up. Or wrong, or something. This isn't the first time this sort of thing has happened. Huh? Don't tell me you're serious about this too. Aren't you like me? Oh. It can't be. And there really is nothing at all left on Earth. Not even my beloved Hawaii, or the Monaco Grand Prix, or the racetrack I was dreaming of visiting one day, the Suzuka circuit? This is terrible, but then again, this could be our chance to create a brand new organization for Magecraft from scratch. What do you all think? When life gives you lemons, right? And how we do that when all the rest of humanity is wiped out? But hey, if you want to make an association of one, go nuts, old man. I am not old. I may have a year or two on you, but I'm still this dashing specimen in the prime of my youth. All that said, we do have one possible exit point. There is something on Earth with which we both have a connection, and that has a solid chance of existing. The Oprichniki, the Black Guard army that attacked Chaldea. We know of them, and they know of us. And that makes an almost complete connection between our two groups. If we were to emerge now, we would most likely do so wherever they are, where they currently are. You mean we'd end up their HQ? I see. Right in the heart of enemy territory, eh? That would certainly be extremely dangerous. Yes, it would. We can't stay here in void space forever. Shadow Border's reserves are running low. We're almost out of food, water, and power. Indeed, we will need to emerge soon no matter what, but I would like to do so at the best possible time. Fortunately, we have the paper moon, a compass capable of measuring standard space and void space simultaneously. We've been using it all this time to look for a comparatively safe location where we emerge, which is to say, an area devoid of hostiles. Isn't that right, Da Vinci? I take it you're about done by now? Good morning, everyone. It's me, Da Vinci. No need to fill me in. I've been listening all along this whole time. In fact, whenever I'm acting as the computer room's bio unit, I can see everything that happens inside the Shadow Border. So don't go thinking you can keep any secrets from me, Gorodolph. That goes for you too, Holmes. Now, I've already got my eye on an area crawling with Oprichniki. I've also gone ahead and plotted a course to emerge there, as luck would have it. We're even nearing a current that should do the trick nicely. If we head that way now, we can hitch a ride and be carried along with that course in about 5 minutes. If we miss this wave, I'll have to wait 10 days for the next one. By that time, the Shadow Border will be almost completely out of power. So what I'm getting at is, if we're going to merge, it's now or never. You got it. That's what I like to hear, Solaria. Make sure to stop by and thank me for being so amazing later. Incidentally, according to the Paper Moon, this wave will bring us back to standard space approximately 90 days after we left. So that means we'll be merging around early April in the year 2020. Oh, so right about now. Man, we really lucked out. One wrong move, we could have ended up on a wave that would have taken us there 100 years later. If we emerged to standard space then, I'd probably be way too late to do anything. It'd probably be way too late to do anything. Slow down. Even a few days difference can affect our exit time that much? Is that normal for zero sail travel? If we emerge 100 years later, the music residence would be no more than a ruin. You can't do that. That's my house. Notice how much quicker he needs to grasp stuff than it affects him directly. Try to remember that everything on Earth has already been destroyed. Now then, it seems we are faced with a decision. Perfect wave on which to ride in reality is nearly upon us. Are you all prepared to take it? There's no telling what the world will look like when we get there. All we can say is for certain is that at this point we will be emerging in the Oprichnici's home turf. We are very likely to be attacked at the moment we appear. Even so, we'll just have to take that chance. What are you, some sort of adventure-crazed nut? Huh? What was that, Mr. Mounier? I don't know. We collided with something. And now the left screw is shut down. We found the void space's border wall. The collision has damaged our armor. The power logic formula is missing. What did you say? The armor's been damaged? Why did you impoverished fools use such cheap materials? I still had my own fortune. Money if I still had my own fortune, money would have been no object. He has spent all his money acquiring Chaldea. Well, this certainly isn't good. We can't maintain the vehicle's balance anymore. Looks like this is it for our maiden zero sail. At least we should be able to raise the bow and re-enter standard space. But after that, I think we'll need to step outside to make repairs. Holmes! Quite so. Given the circumstances, our hands are tied. This is indeed the end for the main zero sail. All hands, prepare to emerge. All done talking, let's go catch ourselves a wave. I didn't agree to that. Wait, let me get my seatbelt on. All hands, take your seats. You are not to get incapacitated under any circumstance. That goes for you too, Solaria. As long as you're strapped in, you won't suffer any serious injuries. Trust me, I speak from experience. Activating Paper Moon. Initiating planet navigational chart plus minus convergence. Commencing Shadowboard's docking sequence into reality boundary. Firing existence verification tethered into reality space. Oprekniki anchor point confirmed. What's going to happen? Nobody knows. Nobody can even guess. And we must be prepared for anything. The only way we will learn what happens to us, what awaits us, is when we merge and see it for ourselves. Merge for voice space, 30 seconds until arrival in reality space. Zero sail complete. Merge into reality space. Not a bad animation. Permafrost Empire, Anastasia, the Grand Duchess of the Beast Nation. Okay, we're going back to the main screen. Okay. Or, where the thing is. Oh. Anchor point. Alright. Another no battle, but this one's lasted long enough, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. So, next video will be next part will be in the next video. Until that time, well, Jazz, and thank you all for watching. See you then. Take care of yourselves.